Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's daily Videodevo. Rene here, and I'm standing at our lower field here. If you've been to church in the last several months, you have seen our latest construction project. I'm so excited about this. We are expanding our field. It was just a small softball field, and we are expanding it out using the dirt that we excavated when we built the new children's building and school, and we saved all that dirt and we're using it to expand our athletic field and make it into a nice soccer field. Now, why are we doing this? Well, it all ties back into a Bible verse. It's one of the first Bible verses that I shared when I came on staff here as pastor 29 years ago. It's from 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 23, where Paul says, "I have become all things to all people so that by all possible means I might save some. I do this," he says, "for the sake of the gospel, that I might share in its blessings." In other words, in order to be able to share the gospel with people, Paul related to them where they were coming from. And he did this many times in Acts chapter 17, for example, when he's standing before the philosophers at Athens on Mars Hill. He establishes rapport with them, quotes some of their own philosophers and poets. He does not rail against their religion or philosophy in order to be able to share the gospel with them. He doesn't compromise his position at all, but he establishes rapport with them. Paul became all things to all people, that by all possible means he might save some. He may be able to relate the gospel to them. All right, what does that have to do with an athletic field? Well, there is one reason that we are doing this. So much of the research now is saying that a huge portal of entry into church for people is sports. It's athletics. Whether you like it or not, we are in a culture that enjoys sports, particularly youth sports and community sports. And having a larger athletic field will enable us to have much more effective youth sports programs at our school, at Cruise Kids, in all kinds of other situations where we can open up the field to the community. We're doing this truly for the sake of the gospel. Why else would we do this? It's the same reason that we're starting our Spanish Ministries services October 23rd in the 11 a.m. service over at Muncie Hall. It's the same reason that we have youth group. It's the same reason, honestly, that we have recovery groups and mental health groups and grief support groups. We want to reach out to our community at their point of need and demonstrate how the gospel connects to it. That's what we do as a church. And I wanted you to just get this update on the latest way that we're doing that. And as always, I want to emphasize that we appreciate your support. We can't do any of this without your generous and prayerful support. And if you'd like to support Twin Lakes Church, you can go to tlc.org/give. Also, if you need prayer or help, you can go to tlc.org/prayer or tlc.org/help. We are here to help you. Well, that's the update for this Friday. Hope to see you in church this weekend. I'll be there with week 2 of our series on Joseph. You'll get through this. See you then.